Okay, here's the problem solving video for Learning Extension 213. It says find the equivalent resistance at the terminals A and B. You can see the diagram there. We're going to use the problem solving strategy on page 43 for simplifying resistor combinations. And if you'll look at that, it says it is recommended that the analysis begin at the end of the network opposite the terminals, and we will begin combining resistors. Resistors in series we'll add, resistors in parallel we'll use product over the sum. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on this end of the network, and we're going to move in this direction. So if we start over on that end and move toward the terminals, if we look to begin with, these two resistors are connected in series. So 4K ohms plus 8K ohms is equal to 12K ohms. So now I'm going to redraw the network showing that combination. So again, we're working toward the input terminals. Okay, so now there's our circuit after that combination. Now it's pretty easy to see that those two resistors are in parallel. So the combination of those two resistors, since there are two in parallel, we can do product over the sum. So we have 12K times 12K over 12K plus 12K, and that's going to turn out to be 6 kiloohms. Okay, so now let's redraw the circuit again with that combination. And we have 6 kiloohms, 4 kiloohms, 3 kiloohms, and then 6 kiloohms. Okay, again, these two resistors are in parallel. They're connected between the same nodes. In fact, from our previous circuit, we could have skipped this step and combined the 3K in parallel at the same time. But the way we're going now, this is product over the sum, 3K times 6K over 3K plus 6K. That's 2 kiloohms. But we could have essentially skipped this step, and if we recognize that the 3K was in parallel with the 212s, we can combine all three of those together. Let's redraw the network again, showing that combination. Okay, now, there's our circuit with that combination. Now, those two resistors are in series. Their equivalent resistance is 4K plus 2K to give us 6K ohms. So now let's redraw the circuit, taking that into account. So now, we have reduced our circuit down to the following: two 6 kiloohm resistors in parallel. So now these two resistors parallel, notice that they're connected between the same nodes. Okay, so then our equivalent resistance is 6K times 6K over 6K plus 6K to give us 3 kiloohms. And then RAB then is 3 kiloohms. But again, the idea is we started at the terminals opposite the input terminals. We started over and worked our way back toward the input terminals, combining resistors in series and parallel.